Yeah.
You're gonna give Trey nightmares.
Dude,
Don't put that in there. Cheese.
That's so disgusting.
Terrible. Why does he actually look like that?
Yeah.
Stop.
What's going on, guys? This is episode 12 of the Market Podcast. We're back after a 2-week break, and hope you all had your Merry Christmases, your Happy New Year's, and
your Happy Horms.
Yeah, your Happy Horms, and had a good time.
Whatever you get into, as Wesley says.
Oh yeah. So introductions. My name is Wesley. For all you New Year's newcomers, ha. We get ha.
Stop breathing in my ear.
My name's Haig. Hello, how you doing? What's poppin'?
What it is, it's young paper boy, because I'm all about the paper boy. It's Trey.
Paper boy. All right.
And I'm Nico. Hello.
Yeah.
Does that mean you
Mr.
play,
Behind the Technology?
Does that mean you play exclusively Paper Mario for the Game Boy?
And paper boy.
The game was
Okay.
that?
All right. What console's that for?
NES.
Forget NES.
Definitely. Yeah.
The NES.
All right.
All right. Well, it's the new year. It's 2020. It's actually quite a big year for the games industry. We have a lot of things going on. We got a lot of games coming out in the first 6 months, and we have 2 new consoles coming out in the second 6 months. It's gonna be humongous. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on.
Yes, sir.
A lot to enjoy, a lot to discuss for sure. Let me turn this up a little bit over here, and then so this podcast this week is gonna be pretty simple. We got just a few different things from over the break that we took, and then we're just gonna talk about what did we enjoy last year, what are we looking forward to in the future year, and then we'll end it off with some memes. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta end it with some memes.
Yeah, we had to start doing that.
Gotta
bump
get
up
the
the
memes
views
in here
a little
somehow.
bit.
Always gotta put the memes in.
Because that's what you guys are here for. We know it. We see what you're
Memes
what you're
make
viewing.
your dreams come true.
Google knows what you're viewing. So do we.
Oh God. Yeah,
Also, you? I know. Like he said, I know what you're watching.
I know what you watch.
Hey, close that other tab, man.
Yeah, close that tab. Yes, that one. No, not that one. Yes.
The other one.
Okay. Don't you open it. Don't save it to favorites either.
Don't be doing that reopen close tab shit.
That one.
Those boys are sweating
Close
like
it.
the key
X right there.
meme.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. Right there. Yeah, close it. What's wrong with you people?
All right, let's just jump right into it. We just got a bunch of different things. Nothing too crazy, but some cool stuff nonetheless. So first things first, Telltale's back from the dead. We kind of knew this, but it kind of snuck up on us. They were revived, sorta. They're making The Wolf Among Us 2, which we also know now because they showed it off at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Or I should say they were making it before, but they re-announced it, I should say, because it's yeah. So the big news right now is that they're no longer going to develop their games episodically. Now, important distinction. I said develop, not release. So I'll explain in a second. So this is coming. Why?
Why?
Why is my computer doing things? This is coming from John Paul Jones at PSU. So in an interview with GameDaily.biz, CEO of Telltale Games, James Ottley, explains that while games may continue to be released episodically for now, by the time the first episode of a game is released, the rest has already completed development. So they won't be developing the episodes while you're playing episode 1, basically.
Good.
They're going to be done and ready to go by the time you play episode 1.
That should be how it is.
And the thing that this is going to fix is that you're not, because a lot of times subsequent chapters or episodes would get delayed for Telltale before, and you would have to wait longer, and then it would break the flow of the break that you have, the wait that you have between chapters. So it broke the game's flow. The specific quote reads, "We are creating the stories episodically, but how they will be released is still to be determined. I think the important distinction here is that we will no longer be developing episodically. If we do release the game in episodes, all of them will be ready before the first one hits the store." Yeah. And then I want to add on top of this, because I heard it in another podcast I listened to, in different news, Telltale is no longer using their own engine, which was not very good to say the least.
Yeah.
And it's switching over to Unreal Engine 4. So now things will look smooth and hopefully run smooth.
Yes.
Because the engine before, after like the third game they built on it, well, I guess after they built Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us, and then like shortly after that is really where it was just like...
Yeah, because then you get games that would be released for Xbox One and PS4 that looked like they were built for the 360 and PS3.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Which is why you saw them get released on phones so easily.
Yeah. It's like, what?
You hate to say it.
But
users love to
things
see
are
it.
different now. I was reading a little bit of an interview with the CEO. He was basically saying, like, you know, like we can't take back what the old leadership did. He's like, we're just gonna try to fix it, improve on it.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm aware, Telltale, like themselves, like the Telltale name isn't even developing The Wolf Among Us 2. They gave it to another developer to do it. So it's like there might be a sort of a publisher now with a certain style of game. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. The Walking Dead, Tales from the Borderlands, Wolf Among Us, those are like the big ones, I think, that did well.
Wasn't the Batman one
Batman
garbage?
Batman one was supposed to be pretty good, but it ran poorly because of the engine.
Oh, okay.
Didn't they say there were only two that made the money?
Yeah.
Being the
That was
Minecraft and
The Walking Dead.
yeah.
Oh,
The first
I did
Walking Dead season.
Minecraft story mode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that. That was good. I like that.
Yeah, that one too. Everybody, I think all the other ones are pretty much forgotten.
They either made more or less even, or they just lost money on it. Usually the latter.
And then obviously there's the Stranger Things one, which never came out, which is unfortunate.
Speaking of the Minecraft one, if you guys didn't know, that's on Netflix. Funny enough, because Netflix does interactive games here and there.
Yeah.
So
Does that run in the cloud, I guess?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. The
It
only thing
must.
I've done
Or I guess it's not like you don't move around at all,
in that game,
How do you control?
or do you just make
No,
decisions?
you
just-
move around.
yeah.
There are
Then
times
it's got to
that
be
you-
running in the cloud.
Yeah,
There's no
that's what
way.
I'm
There's no
thinking,
way
yeah.
everyone's TVs or whatever are gonna run that.
Yeah.
So that's got to be that's interesting. They
I haven't-
actually
I
have
haven't tried
cloud
it,
gaming on Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't
So,
tried it.
Unless they changed it.
I've only
I don't
done Bandersnatch.
I haven't done that yet.
Oh, you
I
haven't?
gotta finish the third episode of season 5 of Black Mirror.
Yeah, I did Bandersnatch. That was pretty interesting.
I watched up to the part where she got ready for the talent show and she's prepared for it, and it was like right before they were leaving to go there, and I was just lying in bed at like 3 a.m. like, I'm gonna cringe at whatever happens here. I already know what's gonna happen. I don't want to watch it. I'm going to sleep, and I turned it off. So I'll have to force myself to finish
Oh
that.
God, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
dear. So yeah, it's Telltale. Next thing is a bit interesting. It's actually a bit of a follow-up from our last podcast. So we have another Sony patent. It's another week, another Sony patent.
Sony.
So
Stop.
Sony has patented a new DualShock controller design that adds 2 triggers/buttons to the back of the controller.
To the DualShock 5?
But we don't know. It's a DualShock, but we don't know what it is. And then, but it also seems to be missing the PlayStation Home button for some reason. The design.
It's an Elite controller.
So the interesting thing is, this could be nothing, or this could mean actually a lot. You remember last time we talked about Sony announced a attachment for the DualShock 4 that put 2 buttons on the back.
Yes.
So what if the reason why they did that was partially because the new controllers are going to have more buttons on the back. So then you can use your DualShock 4 with your PS5.
Yes.
That's something interesting. Funny enough, I didn't even think of this last week, and then Colin said it on his podcast, and I was like, that sounds like I think that might be actually it.
Yeah,
And
that
then this
makes
happened.
Yeah,
And
that
I'm
makes
like,
a lot of sense.
I think you're right. I think he was right. But we're going to have to wait and find out because, like I said, it's a bit of a weird patent. The buttons were further up. They were more like towards the back of like the. Here, Trey, give me my DualShock from behind you. Let me just show you. Anyone. They were like the buttons on the patent. Actually, you can pull it up. The buttons on the patent are more like here. More like here area.
Okay.
Whereas the ones for the attachment obviously are down here, which you use with these, which we would do with these. But with here, you'd probably move your finger around your controller.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a thing. So we might get 2 more buttons in the next generation. It could be an Elite controller of some sort. We really don't know yet. It's just a patent. So, and like I said before, patents always, they come and go. We've seen things on this podcast and even on the stream that don't turn into anything. So yeah, it's like in this middle area down here, yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
so I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with it, dude. On top of this, I didn't put it in the news, but I can mention it real briefly. Somebody took a picture of their PS5 dev kit again, and this time they had the DualShock 5 controller with it. And you saw that design where it's like the touchpad is flatter, the controller's got a little bit of a different shape, but it's pretty much the same thing, same concept. It actually reminds me of the Razer one. Can you pull up the Razer controllers? I think there's a Razer PlayStation controller, isn't there?
I know there's an Xbox one. I don't know.
Yeah, that one over there. No, you were right. Yeah, right there, like that. That thing.
We did talk about this a while ago.
The touchpad reminded me of this. It was similar to that. Also, that one down there that you just moused over. Go back to it. Right below where we're clicked on.
Right.
Yeah. One. I remember this one.
Yeah. These kinds. It's similar. The shape of the controller, no. The shape of the controller is still very close to the DualShock 4. The buttons didn't have any symbols on them or anything, so. I guess that wasn't finalized, but yeah, the control was in the picture. It was interesting, but not interesting enough that I put it in the news here. It was just like a simple thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks kind of like that, except everything was black. There's nothing printed on the buttons or anything like that. I think that was it for this.
Alrighty.
Yes, we might see that happen. We might not. More Sony news. This is a lot more interesting potentially. So Sony announced that it was hosting a press conference at the Consumer Electronics Show, CES, which is happening right now. It started today and it's happening throughout the week, where a lot of companies come together and they show off new technology, both big and small companies. And traditionally, when Sony hosts a conference at CES, they'll show off their new TVs, their phones, their cameras, all that stuff. All the other products they make. But in particular, this one seemed kind of interesting because like the art for it, like the little teaser was blue and it said the future is coming or something like that. Yeah. Like a little ominous thing. It's like, yeah, it could be PlayStation related, especially considering the fact that Xbox just announced their shit at the Game Awards. Sony's got to get their stuff out the door. There's been rumors about them hosting an event for a while. So I think we might see something today. This is happening today, by the way, when we're recording this on Monday. It's happening at 8 p.m. It'll actually probably start while we're finishing this podcast, so maybe we'll see something and be able to report on it.
Yes, sir.
I think the chances are we might see something related to the PS5 and maybe an announcement of when their reveal event is going to be, because they haven't really been pushing this out into the public very much, so there's not too much. People don't really see, they're not getting people's eyes on it ahead of time very much. So we'll have to see. Apparently, the director of God of War, like the new game, Cory Barlog, he's also at CES. So it's like, does that mean something? Does that mean that there's a reason? Is there a reason why he's there, or is he just there to just go see technology?
Some key people are gathering in one place. It's a little suspicious.
So yeah, I think we might see some technology or something showing off. Maybe that low latency tech or something, the low loading time tech or something like that, or something new. I don't know.
Perhaps.
That just reminded me. I also didn't put this in the news, but Phil Spencer changed his profile picture on Twitter to a picture of the SoC, the processor for the Xbox Series X. And it looks similar to the Scorpio one, but it's got 8K engraved on in the corner, and it's copper. It's a copper heat spreader instead of a nickel plated one. At least the one that he showed. It's right there, yeah.
Sure.
No, go back to the first page. Go back to the first page. It was on. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what it looks like.
Hey, plot that in the chart.
There you go. That's a big boy right there. It says Project Scarlet on it too, and there's a little Xbox logo engraved in the top left corner.
Real nice.
So, there we go. Things are schmoving. We're getting closer and closer. It's 2020, guys. The new consoles are coming out this year.
We're here.
It's been 7 years.
It's happening.
It'll have been 7
It's
years.
been 6 days into 2020, and we're feeling the heat. It's coming.
We're
It's
feeling
not because the air conditioning or the heater's on.
It's the only.
It's also not because we're about to enter World War III. But
That's true.
It's about to get real hot.
Things are getting spicy in life right now.
yeah. Switching over to Microsoft fully. Microsoft's self-proclaimed quadruple A studio, The Initiative, which was
Quadruple A, geez.
that's what they called it.
Wow.
That was
They're just like triple A. That's funny.
founded in 2018 when they announced all those studio acquisitions.
Yeah.
They have hired the God of War senior artist Eric Jacozin, something like that.
The way you wrote that, I read it as they hired God.
Jeez.
They hired God. They hired the god of video games.
Oh my.
Because it says the initiative has hired God of War senior, but only God of is on that sentence until it goes to the next
Yeah.
part. So I just read it as
The Initiative has hired God.
God.
They're gonna have the best first party games known to man. No, so this guy, he was the senior staff environment artist at Santa Monica Studios that made God of War. So that's pretty spicy. We got some good environment art going in here,
And that could lead into more cinematic feeling games.
Mm-hmm. And on top of that, senior staff level designer of God of War, Chris O'Neill, had joined the developer earlier this year. Or actually, I guess it said earlier this year. That was last year.
Yeah.
So
almost a year
so
ago.
we got some good. You got some good stuff because level design in God of War is pretty good, and the environment is definitely very good.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, and that was in the article by William D'Angelo at VG Charts. I think he writes all the articles over there.
I was gonna say
I never see anybody else's name on those articles.
It's like Ice Universe, who writes does tech leaks. I see him like everywhere because of Lou. Lou's, it's the same thing like on Lou's podcast. It's like another one from Ice Universe. The coldest of
source for
universes.
everything.
Yeah.
All right, now what's next?
We got some interesting news here. So Vince Zampella, which is the head of Respawn Entertainment, he runs Respawn, the guys that make Titanfall, and they recently made Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. He's taking over studio DICE LA, so Los Angeles, and rebranding the studio.
Okay.
This is coming from Andy Chalk at PC Gamer. So DICE LA is a studio that has played a support role to the main DICE studio in Stockholm at EA since its inception in 2013. DICE, the guys that make Battlefield traditionally, and they've also made Battlefront.
Yes.
And so these guys in the LA studio have helped work on games such as Battlefield 1, 5, Hardline, as well as Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. But they want to take the studio and actually make it its own thing and not just like a support studio anymore. So Vince is actually taking head at the studio and is planning a rebrand with the goal of making it independent from DICE. It says, here's the quote, "We will probably rebrand," Zampella said. "We want to give it a new image. We want people to say this is a destination you can go and make new content." I think they've gotten the branding that they are that they are the support studio for DICE Stockholm. I think rebranding is important for showing people, hey, come work here. We're going to do some amazing things. So these guys are planning on working on a new game, obviously.
Sure.
They also emphasize that the studio's direction is different than that of DICE and Respawn. So yeah, and he's also still the head of Respawn, so he's not leaving Respawn.
Okay. So
He's
you're
doing
just,
both. He's actually heading up 2 studios,
Nice.
which is a lot of work.
That is a lot of work.
But yeah, but that's good to see because Respawn has not released a bad game since it was incepted. That's not a word.
That's not it.
Since it was founded, and I really like what Respawn's done so far, and hopefully they can do that with another studio and EA, because EA needs some good games.
They need some
We
help.
can all agree on that. EA needs some good games, and I think Respawn is really Respawn is the developer that's put out like consistently good games.
Yes.
There's the
From
Titanfall
EA.
games.
Titanfall 1, 2, Apex Legends, and then Jedi Fallen Order.
Star Wars. That shit's good.
All those games are good in their own right.
That damn game,
Or-
Wesley.
Listen,
Even if you
I'm a
don't
flat
like all those
distiller.
games,
it's the next
none of those are
paycheck.
bad games.
I'm done with Christmas. It's fine. Next paycheck.
When you go home, uninstall every game off your computer, buy that one, and just play.
That's
it.
not gonna give me my money for the other game. Yes, I'll get
There's
it.
no
I just have
GameStop
to-
trade-in for Steam.
I think
It's like $30, right?
Yeah, you said found it for
Yeah.
like 33 or something. If you
Yeah.
if you still have that deal.
Yeah, I just don't
know.
have money right now. But when
Go
I get paid,
All right.
it'll be another big check from
Okay.
the December.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll get it.
Go for it. All right. What's next?
I'll tell you about it.
You have to you had to pen over to Trace camera during this part because he's just like. He's like, I do not care about this conversation that's happening.
Go on.
I was just say I probably should hop into. I should play some original Titanfall because I don't know how long the servers are going to stay on for that game.
I mean, it's not the second one's not too much different.
No, it's different enough.
It is but
Like you can't, for example, at least you can't use the smart pistol in
That's
Titanfall
true.
2 as a weapon. You have to get it as like an unlock, like
Yeah.
a special ability. But yeah. The thing is, every time I go back to Titanfall 1, I get my ass kicked.
I mean, yeah.
People who play that game play that game. And that's for those who don't remember, that's an Xbox exclusive.
around.
That's an Xbox exclusive game
yeah.
from 2014.
It's true.
Which quite cool actually, but unfortunately they went multi-plat. I'm not
Yeah,
mad about it, but
that's-
it's whatever.
That's the thing about shooters. When they come out, everyone hops on them. People that play shooters get into them and they play them and they just grind the hell out of them, and they have their skills and they're very good at them and whatnot. But once that game's passed and it's been a few years, they're still the only ones playing it. So it's like, unless you play the game consistently enough to be better than those guys, there's like no point where you can get on the game and just stomp people unless you're one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta grind shooters to really play
like
it
Halo.
that.
Halo, I can do that in.
Yeah.
I would almost love for them to remaster it, but I know that's never gonna happen because
There's no reason for
it's
it
a
to.
multiplayer only game. There was no single player component to it.
Yeah.
Really, it was all online. Even if I think there was some single player things in there, but there's no story, and it was all online anyway. So it's like it's never gonna happen.
The only way that would happen is if they made a third game and say it was even multiple times better than 2, and then sometime down the road later they made like a collection that had that was like MCC that just brought everything together from each game.
I think it'd just be cool if they're just like a graphics update or something.
Speaking of, I might get Star Wars Battlefront 2 and try that out now that that's fixed.
Yeah.
And
I have
Listen.
it. I have it on Xbox. You want to try it?
That's the wrong game, Wesley. It's called Star Wars Jedi. Fallen Order.
Okay, it's the other one. My bad. No, I'll get both.
I have it on
I think I might
Xbox
get
because I got it for cheap. If you want to try it, you can.
This is the
Okay.
name.
I mean,
Read it.
Use
Okay,
controller.
I wanna play it on PC though. Yeah.
No, I'm
And
just
it should
saying.
be
I'm just
cheap,
saying
yeah.
to try the feel because you haven't
Yeah.
really played it since. I mean, I got to play it too. I want to try out, see how it feels as well.
Yeah, because Jack's saying it's fun, so
Mhm.
I might
Does he
get
actually
it.
have it?
Yeah, he
I've
said
never
he
seen him play
I
it.
don't know.
He said he has it.
I'll check.
He said it's fun. So
All right. Next, we have some more fresh news, hot out of the tech news oven. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
This is stuff that came out today. Actually, it was kind of announced, I guess, early. Yeah, this is just New Year stuff. So Elgato has 2 new products coming this spring. One of them is a ultra portable 4K 60 capture HDR10 capture card that you don't need a PC to use. You can record directly onto an SD card. It's crazy. It's called the 4K 60 S Plus. You can do 4K 60 HDR10 capture, 0 lag pass through, so literally 0 lag. SD card slot for standalone recording. It's got audio in it. It's got a record button on the front. On the back, it's got 2 HDMIs and a Type-C for connection, because I think you can plug it into your computer and just move the files over like mad quick.
Yeah.
3.0.
Oh, this,
Obviously,
this website design look good.
Yeah, 2 HDMIs, like I said, and then where is it? I know it's here somewhere. There's a picture of it. Here it is. And then there's two Type-Cs. One's for power, and one's for the USB connection. And it's just like an average size Elgato thing. But it's more like actually it's funny because it's more stationary in the fact that since it has feet on the bottom.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, this is a game capture card, and like Elgato's been making these for years. They're currently owned by Corsair, which has given them a lot of money to be able to do more things like this.
Yum.
And I don't know how much this thing costs. I'm scared to find out.
It's gonna be a lot.
It doesn't say yet.
Because the 60 frames one, the HD 60S, that one was like $200 when it came out.
The HD60S. Yeah.
How much is it now?
Let me see.
Just the regular S, not the X Plus. I don't know what the S Plus does differently, but
yeah, I forget. I think this is the first. No, this isn't the first 4K card. The first 4K card they had was one that you put in your computer.
Yeah, the PCI slot one.
Yeah. So this is their second 4K card. For those who also don't know more about Elgato, they make the Stream Deck, which is a little button thing. They make other streaming accessories. They make the Cam Link. So yeah,
it's 180, 179.98 or whatever that was. Yeah.
And then on the other product,
So this is bound to be like. It has to be like $350.
I was gonna say,
it's at least over 300.
Yeah, it's gonna be expensive. But if you're someone who the whole thing that they're talking about is like you could travel to events, easily plug this shit into the back, record gameplay of something, and take it with you.
Yeah.
And it's mad easy because you don't need a PC for it. You just put it around the SD card.
Especially if you're like doing, let's say you're a review tuber, you go to like.
Just the way you tried to say that.
You go to like I don't know E3 and try out a game. You plop that in, get your footage for your channel, take it out. You're all set.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Real clean, real nice.
Yeah, it's great. I almost say I'm surprised they haven't done something with an SD card like this until now. But the fact that Corsair owns them probably just gives them enough money to do these kinds of things, to R&D this stuff. And the other thing is less exciting, but still important. It's a new lighting system for your streams and recording sessions.
Oh.
It's called Keylight Air. It's an app-controlled edge-lit LED panel and provides optimum illumination, flexibility, and comfort. It says this thing's supposed to be pretty good. Like it's like
it looks like it.
Look at this shit. Look at that. Look at all this. Look at all this tech stuff I don't understand.
Wait, go back. I think I know a little bit.
There's lumens and stuff.
I don't know anything
Is that
about. I know color range.
Yeah, color range. Of course.
That's all I know.
You got color. Oh, you can't drag that. Yeah, you have the ability to like do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You have and you can control it from your computer or your phone, Mac, Windows 10, Apple Store, and iOS and Android. I mean, I don't know why. As a techie, I struggled with trying to convey that.
Elgato's website design is very, very nice.
Look at this. Look at it. 3D
Can we get a round of applause for Elgato?
Hidden cable rail, precision telescopic pole, freestanding base. Oh, and it works with your Stream Deck.
Oh, of course.
How nice.
Oh, of course.
You can change your light while you stream. Would you look at that?
Of course. It's all working together in tandem. All nice.
And it's going to bleed your wallet as well. But I have no idea how much it costs either. The prices for these have not been revealed. So this was shown off at CES. What's happening?
Did you call Nika?
I
thought you said you wanted Hike's attention.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's the Elgato stuff. Dreams. No, not the things you have at night, but the video game. The video game by.
You dream about bunnies. Is that what you're trying to get
I think
at?
Nico does.
What?
Buns.
Dream about bunnies?
I do.
Of course.
Like, no joke, I do.
I'll
I'll have dreams where I'm just looking out in the backyard and there's like 10 of them.
Because that's all you ever want in life.
It is.
For some reason, I immediately... Oh, here we go. Media Molecule. That's the developer. Yeah. For
That's a mouthful.
PS4 game, it's gone gold. So it's done. Finally, after like 5-6 years of development, it's finally here. Actually, no, it's been developed for like 8 years.
Dreams is it's a thing.
I think the last game these guys made was Little Big Planet 2,
Yeah.
if I recall. No, I think they made a Vita game too, but that doesn't really count. It's smaller. So yeah, their new game is finally done. We already had the release date. It's coming out February 14th, 2020. So good stuff.
Apparently you can do crazy stuff in this game, like stupid crazy stuff. Like
You can make really good looking breakfast. I'm not exaggerating.
He told me about that earlier, and I didn't believe him.
I saw that earlier. I was gonna show you guys.
And he showed me, and I just...
It looks more than real. Like, it looks so real, it's not even real anymore.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
have made other games inside of
Dreams. Someone remade PT already.
Yeah, Darius mentioned that on a couple of episodes ago. Yeah.
I hope this game succeeds. I don't know what's gonna happen with it because it's like it's like an engine. It's a game engine. That's what it is.
I don't have a.
It's a game engine that gives
sense
you
of
the
time
tools for anyone to be able to do
2020.
anything.
It's only on PlayStation 4 though, so we'll see if it thrives there. And I'm assuming it'll be on PS5 as well when PS5 comes around. But that's, I don't know if that'll mean anything. We'll see.
That's one thing I find silly about it is it's like, oh, anyone can do anything if you have a PS4.
I know.
If you don't have an Xbox or PC, or if you do have an Xbox or PC, too bad.
Well, I guess you can't do anything.
All this freedom over here is not available to you.
I think it's likely it'll come to PC at some point.
Yeah.
It almost has to.
That'd be crazy
I
when
hope
it
so.
comes to PC. Because if they're doing that stuff on PS4, bro,
I'm pretty sure it's less than $60 too. By the way.
we're gonna have
I
to
would
be,
hope it's not 60.
Yeah.
we're gonna have to be paying other gamers for other games.
I think they did say you can sell your game through the app.
I want to say
Sort of something like that.
able
Or
to
they
do
will,
something like that.
they will curate games.
Okay.
I mean, you remember that trailer we watched from the State of Play?
Yeah.
That just had all this stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. I'm looking forward to seeing if it succeeds, and I hope it does.
Yes,
and that cool things come out of it. Cool things that like actually mean something, not just like, hey, I saw that on the internet and it was pretty cool. And then it moves on. Platinum Games has, quote, several big announcements in early 2020.
Big.
Coming from your boy William D'Angelo.
I thought you were gonna
once
say
again.
Yoshi. I was disappointed.
Why is Yoshi involved?
Because I said big.
Yoshi.
Oh. The president of the studio, Kenichi Sato, says, quote, I believe we'll have several big announcements to deliver early in the new year, so please look forward to that. That's a promise I'll definitely keep. This year is the year that the Tokyo Olympics will be held. I believe everyone around the world will be watching Japan. As a game studio representing Japan this year, we here at Platinum Games are looking to go all out to get attention from fans around the world and bring smiles to everyone.
Nice.
What a guy.
Who was? I think it was my cousin that was telling me that the countries are supposed to be represented by like anime characters in the Tokyo Olympics or something like
Really?
that. I hope that's true
Oh,
because that
boy.
was awesome if it is.
It's gonna be Hitalia all over again. Oh man.
Oh boy, I'm looking forward to that. But
I haven't watched Hitalia
Dude.
in literally years.
Oh no.
that's a big anime that I feel like no one talks about still.
Well, because it's like Black Rock Shooter, if you remember that.
I have no idea what that is.
Really? Because Black Rock Shooter was this anime that nobody, like everyone would just, nobody could stop talking about it.
But no one talks about it anymore.
Yeah, nobody. It just fell out of.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Hitalia's the same way. Like everyone was talking about Hitalia a long time ago, and nobody talks about it anymore.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's strange.
if the countries are represented by anime characters, oh no, the internet's gonna do a lot of bad things.
You just sounded like a father that is like
Very
waiting in disappointment at his child's next move, knowing for a fact it's going to destroy everything.
All I gotta say is Rule 34, and we're gonna move on.
Yep.
Was that not what you thought about?
Oh, that's what I thought about.
And there's gonna be more than that. I still hope it's true though, because it sounds like it's gonna be a great
I
time.
want it, but I really don't at the same time.
Oh god, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, the actual topic at hand. These guys. So we're probably gonna get some Bayonetta 3 news.
Okay.
That's the thing that we know exists, but we haven't actually seen anything about in a while.
Man, Bayonetta 3 on the new gen consoles.
What's the other
Gonna
thing?
be
Also, we're getting the remaster of Vanquish and Bayonetta 1, but we already know that. There was another thing that the article I was reading mentioned that I don't remember anymore what it was. But other things that might be coming from Platinum Games. Maybe more of that. Is it Baldur's Gate or whatever? I was gonna say that too. Nier, we might get something from Nier, because we talked about last time that the whole thing with the anniversary thing, they'd be teasing something. So maybe we'll get something from Nier.
You're talking about at this event, the Sony event?
No, just in general.
Oh, okay.
He just said early this year in big announcements.
I've got that opened up, by the way.
I see.
10 minutes remaining, so if I see anything over there on the screen, I'll let you know.
How did I make it smaller? Whatever. So we got 4 more things. Microsoft has registered a trademark for their slogan for the upcoming Xbox generation. The slogan is, as we've heard already once before, "Power Your Dreams," which they showed off, or they talked about when they revealed the console back at the Game Awards a few weeks ago.
Be buy my console this time.
Cheap. The full trademark reads "Power Your Dreams with Xbox Series X," but obviously they're going to use only a portion of that in most of their advertising.
Yes.
And the trademark or the slogans they've used in the past, I just want to throw them in here. "Jump in," which was common on during the 360 generation and during the Xbox One generation. "Jump ahead" when they were going to the Xbox One generation. I like that transition there. And then obviously the world's most powerful console for the Xbox One X. Yes.
I realized this, and it's funny because we just got off the topic, but you can't power your dreams because it's only on PlayStation.
Oh, no!
That callback was really, really real.
Relax, which most of you niggas already have. You can power your dreams if you chose right.
Sure.
So you either get the power to power your dreams, or you get the dreams but no power.
Yeah, I'd
Which
rather
one do you want?
power my dreams. If it's all the same to you.
Look what them people did. They had enough power.
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, there's still more power to be pulled out of these consoles, but we're done. We're pretty much done. We got these AMD tablet CPUs sitting in those damn boxes over there, running hot. Sound like jet engines.
Freaking running.
I'm ready for my tower. You see the tower.
Lou used an interesting word that fit better for the Xbox. Monolithic.
Oh, it's monolithic. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's like a monument.
Yeah.
You know, it stands tall.
Sure.
It's got the green light on the top. What else has the green light on the top? The Statue of Liberty.
I don't.
That is not the case.
It
has a different color light on the top.
It's not it.
No.
That thing's made out of copper, right?
Yeah.
The entire thing's made out of copper.
Yes, but
it's just green because the wear.
Yeah,
I know.
Oxidization.
Yeah.
yes,
But the
flame.
flame is gold plated.
Yes,
But the entire thing's made out of copper. Well, it's copper. It's a copper shell with actually, I think it's iron or steel on the inside.
yes. But if the fire were to be real and the copper were to burn, it would glow. It would grow green.
Nico's thinking in 3020. You see.
A whole 1,000 years.
I
later.
know exactly. The boy's big brained, man. Oh, there's your little history lesson and
Talk
a little
about a
science
segue.
lesson
I'm gonna
too.
bring this
I
topic
think
forward
that's the
to
science, right? Copper burns green, right?
Yeah, I
you're
think
right.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember we did that. You did that in science
Copper.
class in like middle school,
did.
high school. You take a penny and you put it on the what is it called? The
Bunsen burner.
Bunsen burner. And I was gonna say that, but it didn't sound right at first because I thought
Your
of like
dumbass can't pass high school in the normal rate, but you remember Bunsen burner?
Yes.
Sick, dude.
That's the only thing I remember. What do you mean?
Fucking Bunsen burner, man. I guess he learned something from Miss Fall's class.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'm gonna actually bring this topic 2 things forward because it makes sense now. We got some new images of the Xbox Series X today, thanks to the AMD press conference at CES.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull this up. Actually, Nico, you pull it up,
Huh?
because you have that link right there. There you go. Open that on the big screen, boy.
By the way,
What?
since this is the end of the thing, we might be able to just watch this live on the podcast.
Maybe. Or we can keep it on and start.
How
talking.
long is it?
I don't know. It's probably gonna be an hour. We don't have to watch all
They
of
said
it. But we can
I
watch
said that they're
start of
usually
it.
short ones, but we'll see. We'll put it on here, and then we'll talk while it's playing.
Yeah, but and if anything crazy actually happens, we'll just
Okay, so this is, other than maybe the patent that we talked about earlier, this is the only thing you got to show on the screen.
What about the back?
Yeah, this whole this stuff. Scroll up, Nico. It's the bottom of the thread. So pull that up. So now we got a rear shot of what's on the back of the Xbox Series X, which we were speculating about a few weeks ago. It's basically what we have now, but upgraded a little bit. You have a power cord, which is just a 2-prong power cord, which means
no power brick.
No power brick. It's built into the console, which is what you would kind of expect. But there was a bit of a concern because of how powerful this thing is.
Yeah.
I'm sure they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they don't want to do that again. It's a big brick you got to keep back there. It's not fun. So it's nice that it's built into the console, and it's a common plug, as you would expect. You remember the 360 plugs?
Yeah.
Well, actually, the slim one wasn't that weird. It was just shaped funny. But it was like that still. Yeah. The one for the like the original 360 was like these like weird prongs.
Yeah,
I remember. Weird, like it was like you're looking at like a heater. You're looking at the power. I don't know. So
those consoles were weird. I like when I was at Will's house, where Josiah is, and he has a 360 there, and I was like looking, and I was just like, those consoles are weird.
The first ones, or just in general?
Just in general, both of them.
That's right there.
Yeah, both of them. They're weird looking consoles.
Yeah. You would they wouldn't make
especially
that
the first one.
Yeah.
That one's more defined, but it's not. It's still a bit weirdly shit. And then the E is obviously just like an Xbox One with the 360 edition.
Yeah.
Continuing onwards, we have 2 HDMI ports, which means they're continuing the support. Well, I'm very happy to hear this because I was almost convinced they weren't going to do it. They're continuing the support for the ability to plug your something, usually your cable box, but other things into the back of the console and run your media center through your Xbox.
Which people were clowning when it was first revealed.
Yeah, but it's still a mainstay feature.
A lot of people use it
all the way through the Xbox Series X. I use it. I just turn my Xbox on and I have the TV going, and then I can, if I want to, I can close the TV app and open a game, and I'm already there. Yeah, it's really nice to just be able to. There's no extra work. Once you set it up, it's there. Yeah, and you can even if you watch TV more than you play games, which who does in 2020, but some people do. You can actually set it so that when your Xbox turns on, it immediately goes to the One Guide app instead of going to the home screen.
Yeah,
if you do that, so it's still supported. The unfortunate thing is they were supposed to add a DVR feature, but they decided not to. That was one. It was one of the features that they were gonna do, and then they did it like that, but they never did it. So then here comes the exciting part: 2 Type-C ports on the back, no USB-A on the back. So if we got external hard drives, which I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen with this.
Yeah,
you got Type-C now.
Yum.
They're going to give you that Type-C.
Yum.
I don't know what's happened with hard drives yet. I've talked about it. It's got to be fast if you want to keep the kind of promise of the short loading screens.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be like USB 3.1 or whatever the hell the new generation is now.
Yeah.
Like SSDs.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be fast. And then on top of that, so you get
and
2
I'm
of
sure
those.
Microsoft will sell their
They'll sell their own, or they'll do what they did last time. They'll partner with Seagate because they have Seagate partners, and they sell those.
That's true.
They have the Xbox. They even have like a few of the special ones. Like there's like a Gears 4 edition. There was a Halo Wars 2 edition.
I saw the Gears one.
Yeah, and then you have what else you would expect: optical audio port for your external audio to your stereo system with the high quality over light transference. And then you have your Ethernet port, which will probably be a gigabit Ethernet port. It'd be crazy if it was 10 gig. I highly doubt that's going to happen, though. Next picture.
That'd be so stupid.
That's the most exciting stuff. That's a little bit of a gif of what they showed at the AMD conference, which is where we got all these images. So now we learn there's also a USB-A port hiding behind the controller in the front of the console. Yeah. Actually, I guess it wasn't really there before because we did see the whole thing.
Yeah.
But, so there's that. There's a closer look at the controller as well. It's a little bit slimmer, just a little bit, and the D-pad is different now.
Yeah,
it's similar to the 360s actually more than it is to this one's. It's not. it's probably not going to be as like buttony and like rubber, not rubbery, like toy like as it is on the 360, but it looks like a similar shape. Everything else is pretty much the same. Like I said, we already mentioned the top is flat, the front is flat instead of being caved. The bumpers look different a little bit. Looking forward to that. Triggers don't look very different. The controller shape's pretty much the same.
Share button.
Share button, of course. Thumbstick still looking good.
And the controller overall is just slightly smaller.
Yeah, slightly.
To accommodate better all around.
Yes.
Or was it like their satisfaction with the controller went from like 95 to 98 or something?
They're hoping it would go to 98.
Yeah.
I saw that
With
recently.
change,
Clarification, it was not the satisfaction, it was more so the fitting the hand. So it fit 95% of the
satisfaction
people.
of yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
now
still,
it fits 98% of the population, or whatever you want to call it. And there's another picture, I think, on the bottom. Yeah. Then that shows that there's the USB port there. So you have a USB-A. Obviously, probably either charge your controller or plug in your headset. There's a USB-A. You know, they were smart to not leave that out, of course. It'd be very if they left that out.
It'd be very forward and like.
Well, no, it wouldn't make any sense because the whole idea is that things are gonna work both ways. You're gonna be able to use your Xbox One stuff with your Xbox Series X. So the fact that they have that on the front makes sense.
Yes.
I know using the Logitech drive wheel for racing games, you need the plug-in at USB.
Yeah.
That's how it doesn't connect wirelessly, so it plugs in USB. So you would still need to have a USB on the console to use something like that.
Very smart.
So that's good that they kept that there.
I wonder. I'm really curious what they're gonna do with the hard drive stuff, dude. I don't know.
We'll see.
Cause like,
something's happening over here.
I'm curious if they're gonna even like let you put in a normal hard drive.
Nico, what's our time?
On there. Where's our time? How are we doing on time?
Let's see.
46
minutes.
We got two more quick things to go through. Let me go through those real quickly. The game series Ni no Kuni got an anime movie. Well, it's kind of like an anime art style anyway. It came out last August in Japan, and it is now being localized in English by Netflix over here in the West, and it'll be out on January 16th.
Yeah,
so if you're a fan of Ni no Kuni, or if you just like anime, you can check that out.
I bought that game, Ni no Kuni 2.
And then you didn't play it.
My track record. My track record. I played a little bit of it.
And then last but not least, Elden Ring, which if you don't remember is the game being made by From Software in conjunction with Game of Thrones author George R.R. Martin. It will be at the Taipei Games Show from February 6th through the 9th, somewhere in there. And the game will be shown in some format, some video format. It won't be playable. So it could be a new trailer, or it could just be like a rehash of what we saw at E3 about it.
Okay.
Which was just like a cinematic thing. When there's like guys like by that rock, like something was going on with him. I don't remember what the whole trailer was.
Yeah. Wow, the lady just headbutted that guy.
But I know there's definitely some games in there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I saw MASH.
I saw MASH too. Sony. So the conference is starting for those who don't.
They got the Ghostbusters card there on the side.
Yeah, the idea that the game was being made in conjunction with the author of Game of Thrones had a lot of people excited. So, yeah, that's it. That's the news. So we're about 45 minutes in. We got this thing starting over here. Why is it telling me about this? I just whatever. So
last year on this day,
I want to just go through quickly. What do you guys? What did you guys enjoy? What in the game? What in the game sphere did you guys enjoy last year? Any games? Announcements? I would say consoles, but there was none of those.
Did Evil Within come out? Evil Within 2 come out last year? Or was that 2018?
That was 2018, maybe even 17.
Yeah, that wasn't last year.
You guys can go on. Hold on.
I would have to think about what I played. The big one is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That game was awesome.
Today, let me show you Sony's ongoing evolution.
I played out while going on to winter break. I played Atlas 2, which I already said.
Across our businesses, we are focused on getting closer.
I played Hellblade.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I played Hellblade.
That was a very cool game. And I'm really excited for the next one.
Enjoy entertainment on our product.
Curious what they're gonna do in terms of story.
content
And I'm also
across a vast
interested in the music.
spectrum of entertainment.
I think everything I bought this
Once upon
year
a
I did
time
not play.
in Hollywood, Sony Pictures
Dude.
was just honored with
Somehow you've been playing
multiple
Mass Effect
Golden
Andromeda
Globe Awards.
instead.
Yeah, oh yeah, I
Sony Pictures
recently started
Television's
playing Mass Effect Andromeda again to just
was
like, you know,
also
give that game a fair
recognized.
shake.
I hopped into
Even though it's
Of
definitely
all
dead.
of all games to give a fair shake that you have that you own.
Yeah, every game I bought this year I haven't played. I bought, except for Pokemon. That's the only thing. I've bought.
Well, you play Astral Chain. You just didn't finish it yet.
I haven't played much of that either. So I bought Pokemon, which I did finish. Fire Emblem. Astral Chain.
You bought Fire Emblem and you haven't played it?
I've played a little bit of it. A Plague Tale: Innocence.
Oh my god.
I'm actually a bit curious of that.
You should try it out. It's actually, I think it's on sale right
I
now.
think that's it. Yeah, literally every game that
I started a bunch of
Except for-
games and then I played through. I kind of finished it in the new year, but I finished Death Stranding, by the way. I didn't mention that. It's very that's a game.
Oh, Resident Evil, right? Resident Evil 2.
That's
Yeah.
a video game.
Yeah. I technically finished that. I watched someone else play because I pitched out.
Oh, God, Wesley.
What
What are we gonna do with you?
Nothing, obviously.
We've been playing a lot of Halo Reach.
Yeah, we played
Yeah.
some Halo Reach.
But yeah, I started Control. I started The Outer Worlds.
I did not.
Filmmakers now have creative flexibility
Yeah.
to capture locations.
I
and
guess I didn't
send
finish
3D
much this year.
And
This
then
past year.
shoot them later
How about you, Trey?
in real time.
Are you as dark and dismal as us?
photorealistic
No.
results.
God,
I didn't think
Didn't
so.
think so. Save us, please.
So
Production
I'm trying to
workflow
think.
of television
There was
and
there's Devil May Cry
music
5.
videos.
Loved that freaking
There
game.
you
I
go,
actually
there
want to
you
go
go.
back and play it again.
our AI-based real-time video analytics.
Resident Evil
allows
2
us
beat that
to create
twice.
a new kind of
I'm actually
replay
on my
footage
third playthrough.
based on high-speed vision sensing.
Kingdom Hearts 3, loved that.
It can visualize
Though
the data
has
gained
problems, but
from
you know, it
sports
should be.
movement.
Most of those problems should be solved by
To showcase
you know,
the
when the,
speed of sensing, we have
DLC comes
prepared
out
a
at the end of this
table
month.
telling
Yeah.
them.
Then there was
The
Fire
Rewind.
Emblem Three Houses. Jesus, I love that game.
It was good from what I played.
I love it so much.
Super high precision and contrast
I should actually go back and
for
play
the
it
best
because they added a
spatial
DLC to
reality
it.
experience.
Then there was Pokemon. Loved that game.
I liked it a lot. Yes,
Really like that game.
I still haven't started it yet.
I bought it for Christmas, and he popped it. Yeah, keep saying popped, but put. Anyway, he put it in his Switch and just you know, let it sit. Let
I just
it
like.
marinate.
I
in
feel
there.
like I want to start it when I feel like sitting down and just
No
you know,
exception.
soaking it in. And I just haven't gotten there yet. I was trying to finish Death Stranding
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And there's still other games I got to go back and finish. And
Both
I've
of you have a problem
I'm-
of not finishing games.
and I'm
you've bought.
trying to
Something.
I'm
I am
trying to
way
watch
worse than
anime. I've actually watched some anime. I did it.
Hey,
I rewatched ReZero because I only seen the second half of it. Now I've seen all of it.
BB.
I don't know what I'm gonna watch next.
I hate that I fucking looked at you and you're just like,
Sorry.
Yeah, I
My
shouldn't
monitor
interrupt
here,
you. I'll let you
because I
finish.
have the live stream on.
Is that it?
They're showing. They did like a recap kind of, you know, hype
To share a
video
little
thing.
bit more about
So now
the
they're talking
latest
about PlayStation.
news.
Oh, they are.
It is my pleasure to
Well,
introduce
they just showed a
from Sony
preview of
Interactive
everything from the
Entertainment,
last generation.
Jim Ryan.
Well, just know, Trey. If,
Oh,
if,
yep, that's President.
if we don't,
okay, Jim
if we don't
Ryan's
get
on
to what
stage.
you're doing,
Jim Ryan's on
just
stage.
know Sony cut you off, not us.
Did we cut Trey off?
Thank you, Yoshida-san.
We kind of did.
Go for it.
Well, that's because we introduced the fact that I hadn't finished playing and then I explained it.
25th anniversary of the PlayStation brand.
Or I haven't started playing Pokemon.
I was trying to pay attention to it too, because he's not talking at all.
Thanks to the
So I was like, the
creative
second this
vision
guy opens his
and
mouth, I'm gonna let him
engineering of
speak.
Yeah. But what I'll say is, like, you're talking about the Sony conference and things might be happening, and I looked at Trey and was just like,
console gaming.
you know, if we don't go back to you,
The
it's
spirit
not
of
our fault.
innovation
Sony cut you
of
off, not
Sony
us.
used
Oh no, this will be like the third podcast in a row.
They're doing something.
They're doing. They're gonna do
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Here,
All right.
finish what you were talking
Go
about
ahead,
because
go
we
ahead.
might have to watch this too.
Go ahead.
PlayStation
The last thing I was gonna say was I'm slugging my way through Control. As far as
That's
new
good.
games that came out this year, those were pretty much the highlights.
Yeah.
We've constantly
You've been
added
playing BB
and
Tag, you've been
refined
playing League and
features to
TFT.
stay ahead
TFT is a new
of
addition this year. That's actually a new game technically.
Technically.
Hardware
yeah.
was designed to
Continuous
expand
innovation.
as technology
Oh yeah, they're doing something.
They're doing
They're
something.
doing something.
They're talking about the PlayStation.
That's nice.
Thinking PlayStation.
That's how it sounds like though. PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Like when you hear it from like
Yeah,
the Japanese
yeah,
ones,
yeah.
the Japanese
I got you.
trailers.
I get you.
Folders, HDR for yeah, they're talking about all the things they added to
As of
PlayStation.
Sony's Q2
This
earnings
guy
report,
looks like he just woke up out of bed and
PS4
got a suit on and
surpassed the
came on
lifetime
stage.
I know.
sales of the
That's Jim
original
Ryan. That's the guy that
PlayStation,
said that we can't do crossplay
making
because
it
we
the
got to
number
protect the
2
kids.
He looks like he's eating
best-selling
peanut
home
butter.
Alright.
console of all time. Behind only
But I don't know if he's
PlayStation.
Looks
actually.
like he drinks Motorola.
That was stupid, but I don't know if he's actually
As
like.
of today,
Wow.
I'm
He might do.
proud to
He might do.
announce
He might do a good
a
job.
total of 106
Nico, you
million
listen to the sound
PS4
from that?
systems
I'm not.
have been
Oh,
sold to consumers.
because maybe we should turn
Is there
it on.
any way we can? Because
Total
I
of
can't. I can put it on my.
We had a-
The mics are gonna
PS4
pick it up
games
though.
have been
Oh,
sold via
jeez.
our retail
I mean, as long as they pick it up at the same time.
we have a audio issue. For some reason, the
PlayStation
TV's not
VR
connected
sold
to
through 5
our
million
headphones for whatever reason.
Well,
In
Nico's
addition to
laptop,
these
which we
sales
use for the TV
milestones,
stuff.
our consumer engagement
Yeah, I don't
is
know.
stronger
It's
than
not
ever,
seeing the
with
TV as a separate
103
device, so I
million
can't
monthly
get the
active
sound
users
to
on
go to the audio
PlayStation
recorder.
Network, and 38.8 million subscribers to our PlayStation Plus membership service.
Should we be doing this?
I was about to say, question: should we be watching
PS4
Yeah, I don't- I-
stream
I mean-
while we're
seventh
recording?
holiday season
The
for
thing
football
is, we're basically done. Like
Yeah.
what? Like, was there
With our
anything else we wanted to
community of
cover?
more than
Then
100 million
wouldn't we stop
gamers,
recording
will
so we're
ensure
not
we have a
just
content
sitting here
But
in
we
silence?
also, but the other thing is like we also wanted to report on anything that may happen right now because if we don't, we have to do it next week, and that's gonna be like way too late. 'Cause, like, we
It
have-
wouldn't be the end of the world if we had to, but
Yeah.
if we have the opportunity to say something right now.
I mean, if you want, we can. I mean, we can. You can jump cut this to whenever something happens. If something happens,
Yeah.
you don't have to keep this rolling.
Yeah, it's all gonna be
for them to
edited.
hear.
That's true.
PS4 in 2020.
I'm just waiting to see what
PlayStation
happens.
is
Something's
the
gonna
true
happen.
embodiment
It could be big.
of
It
a
could be
creative
small.
entertainment company with a solid foundation of technology, and it's our mission to embrace the entire creative
The whole-
community, elevating
The whole
their
point of them
content
doing what
on
they've
our
done
platform,
right now is this to show what they've done and then
Yeah,
say
you-
what they're
That
gonna do
commitment
next,
will
and
carry us
that they're
through
moving
as we
forward.
embark on the
So they're
launch of
either
our
just
next
going to give us a
generation
little
console,
more,
PlayStation
a little
5.
more information,
Coming
or they're
this
gonna drop
holiday.
it.
And I'm pleased to share with you today,
Well-
for the first time, our new logo.
New logo.
New logo.
Nani?
Okay.
Oh.
PS5.
Oh, so now we have the official
With more people in
PS5
the
logo
world,
because we haven't
more
seen that yet.
games On more devices than ever before.
I thought they were changing up the
Truly
entire logo.
exciting
I was about to say, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do that.
Come
Considering our
holiday,
reaction
would they
to that,
ruin
you
that?
can
Sony
probably
will
Yeah,
once
yeah.
again
this,
have the
this live
opportunity
stream
to shine a light on the world of PlayStation with our next generation
and with the
console.
sound.
We've announced several key features of the PS5 hardware, which has been engineered with
3D audio
customization
sound, haptics, adaptive triggers, lots
Yeah.
of high-speed SSD, hardware-based ray tracing, Ultra HD Blue,
ultra high-speed SSD.
I love how that's a feature, even though
3D
Xbox has
audio,
had it for like 2 years.
and it's their own damn
brand new
stuff.
controller
It's exactly, they own Blu-ray.
and adaptive trigger buttons. With that
But I will
foundation,
admit that might have made the PS4 Pro
PS5
more
will
expensive.
inspire
So
developers to
I understand.
create expansive worlds with new gameplay experiences,
Especially because
that are
it's
more
not a
immersive
true
than ever
4K
before in how
system.
they
Too.
look.
Yeah, with how deep we are with this right now, the least they're gonna, the least they can say
Our
is
promise
a
to the 100
release
million strong
or date
PlayStation
window for when they're gonna
community
fully
is to
announce
offer
it.
the
There's
biggest
no way. I feel like there's no way
and
that's not
best
happening now.
content.
Yeah, they can't just come out and do this.
well,
and
yeah,
then
there
not
has to be a reason why they're talking about this.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna show something, other than the new
There's
logo,
much
because
more to share
that's
about
nothing.
PlayStation 5 in the months ahead, and we look forward to revealing more details.
Can you see this, Trey?
including the content
Oh, okay, I
that will
wasn't sure if the
showcase
TV was in the way.
platform and the
Don't
future of
shove it
gaming.
off the table.
Before we actually end the podcast, we'll do the memes,
Community
Yes, sir.
is the bedrock of how we grow
and then
our
we'll close it
company,
out.
and it's why our brand is so beloved.
Of course.
It's that promise
Well, we have a podcast.
PlayStation brand was built on 25 years ago.
Could you give me this
We'll
sauce?
continue our mission to bring
Give me
that
this
to
sauce,
players
man.
all around the world. Thank you.
All right, what's
Now
that?
they're gonna play a video.
Ghost of
Sushi.
Tsushima. That might actually just be it. That'd be really just unfortunate though. But I mean, like, I'm not super surprised if that's it.
Last of Us 2.
Just knowing what event this is.
Like Darius said, yeah. Hey, they like to like to do their own like.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a golf game to play. They got one on PSVR. God damn it.
Yeah, they do. One of those clips from Death Stranding was kind of a spoiler, but I guess you don't really know what's going on. That game looks amazing.
It looks really good. I hope I play it.
I love how they advertise PS Now in this trailer with just this. As if that actually means anything to the person watching it. Wow.
PlayStation. There you go.
For sharing exciting news. I am confident that PlayStation will continue to
Stop.
Sorry.
PlayStation offers an interactive entertainment experience that is immersive.
If any other of our friends were in this room, they'd be doing exactly what I did. Tell me I'm wrong. Sports. Is that it? Is that all PlayStation? I think that might have been it.
Alright,
PlayStation.
that might be
They
it,
might not have
boys.
said
Yeah.
anything. That's a damn shame. I'll keep this open though.
Alright, I'll just
Yeah.
cut around this.
So, yeah, just cut through it. Like, yeah, just chop it up. Alright, we're back. The PlayStation part of the conference seems to be over. Oh, look, they're talking about 5G.
Alright, yeah.
Really, all they did was just show off the new PS5 logo, which is just what you'd expect it to be, which is the
Literally
it's the
nothing
PlayStation
different.
font with the 5.
They
Like,
just took the
it's the official one. We haven't seen it yet.
They took the 4 out and replaced it with a 5.
They took the S in PlayStation and just did a couple transforms to it. and
Exactly.
boom.
So nothing new, unfortunately. But like I said, nothing. I wasn't expecting it. So whatever. Well, real quickly before we move on to our last section here, what are we looking forward to this year? Because this is a lot of big things happening.
Well, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Wesley! Oh my god.
Looking forward to playing a game that came out
Because
2
I'm not
months
allowed
ago.
to play anything else yet until I do
You're
that.
not. I know you were hyped for this game and now you're not playing it.
Look, man, money.
Shit's been out for
I get it. Money.
a month and 3/4.
I'm good to my friends. I buy them good things.
It's true. He bought me a light bulb.
Way to downsize the fucking present.
Exactly.
He bought me a light bulb.
Am I
Yeah, I did buy him a light bulb. That's true.
Personally, I'm excited for, first and foremost, the new console generation.
Yeah.
That's pretty big. We got new technology, new interesting things happening. Things might go to a more level playing field in the games industry, which we haven't really seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's exciting.
I'm really hopeful that just PS4 and Xbox will just live at an equal playing field, and like people will have, there'll be an equal amount of sales, relatively equal amount of sales for each console, and
Yes, sir.
games will be flowing and they'll be good, and studios will have a good time, and
And we'll have all these games and hopefully less exclusives. I want to see more games on both consoles that aren't exclusive either way.
even though I don't think that's gonna happen because Sony is stingy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
Trey, what are you looking forward for this year, my dude?
As we said before, that 2020 is looking very bright for games. Next console generation's coming out. Kingdom Hearts DLC this month. Pretty much anything that comes out that has to do with Riot Games.
Yep.
That's true. You're right. Everything with Riot Games.
There's the Last of Us 2, Final Fantasy 7 remake, etc. I said this last podcast, and I probably said more games last podcast too. And nothing comes to mind immediately.
Yeah.
We were talking about it yesterday, I believe, at Burger King.
I'm thinking, what I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking Doom Eternal. I'm thinking Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk's
yeah.
big.
That's gonna look so good on
I'm
PC,
thinking
man.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Dying Light 2.
Dying Light 2. I'm thinking Halo Infinite.
Yes, sir.
Ori and the Wills of the Wills. I got the
that
collector's
game.
edition of that pre-order from Best Buy.
What else is
Best
there?
boy.
Best boy.
Obviously, any Sony exclusives that we haven't heard about yet that are coming to the PS5, whatever the launch titles are going to be, if they're going to be from franchises
not
we
what I
like.
By the way, I forgot my laptop for those of you on stream. That's why I'm bare bones right now. Just wanted to
Yeah.
put that out there.
What else we got? What am I forgetting about?
Yeah, so I'm actually hyped for Cyberpunk. Hopefully, I play the game and I enjoy myself. The Last of Us 2, I won't be really able to play. Maybe, possibly not.
Is Halo Infinite
But I
this
do
year?
wanna
Yeah,
watch or
it's a launch title for the
see someone
Xbox
play it.
Series X.
So
Ah.
we'll see that. Halo Infinite.
We got Half-Life Alex coming out this year.
Oh yeah, man.
Half-Life.
Dude, that's only like 2 months away.
We got
I'm really hyped for that.
Ghost of Tsushima, of course. That's the thing. That's exciting.
Lego Star Wars. Come on,
What?
man. That's the game of the year.
Resident Evil 3 remake. Hold on, scroll back up for a second. I want to see something.
Is Elder Scrolls 6 coming out this year?
No.
Oh yeah, Marvel's Avengers is a thing. We'll have to see how that turns out.
Oh yeah.
Neo 2 for those who care about that game.
I think that game's gonna be all right.
What, Neo or Marvel?
Marvel.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, but
Yeah,
we'll
it
have
should be
to
alright.
see.
I think the gameplay will be probably pretty fun in some places, but then kind of lacking in others. I think visually it looks pretty dope, except the models are like seem to be the worst thing about it.
Why do they look like
They look a little weird.
they could look so much better?
Well, the new
That was
Marvel
also
game?
alpha footage, I think.
The Avengers game.
That was also alpha footage. It could,
When did that
be
footage come out?
improved.
Huh?
When did that
E3.
footage come out?
Yeah, remember the whole thing at Square Enix's conference?
Nigga, they had almost a whole year to make the models better.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they remember when they said they weren't going to change them?
that's true. They
No,
did say
they're
that, didn't
definitely
they?
they're not gonna change the model. They're gonna make the models look better though.
Yeah. Which
It's-
is
it's-
fine.
it's
Just
gonna-
do that.
It's gonna be the same exact thing that happened to Pokemon. Not to say that Pokemon looks amazing again, but initially when they showed it, people were like, "This game looks like shit." Then closer to when the game was, gonna come out, they released more footage and they were like, "Oh, this looks a lot better." And we were like, "You mean time makes things look better? Oh my god!"
This game doesn't come out for 5 years. What the fuck? It looks like
It's
shit.
like, this game doesn't come out for 8 months. Why does it look so shitty?
Yeah. That's the only thing is that I'm concerned that they're not going to. We'll see.
I've
They're
been
like,
staring at that for like this whole entire podcast.
What?
Every time.
This fucking. This
Teenage
fucking
Mutant
thing.
Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, it's his childhood nightmare costume. What?
The cowbunga it is.
Any other games?
Nope. Not
There's
for me.
more, but
I'm
I mean,
like,
I
there's definitely more,
didn't
but-
mention it, but like
I'm
seven,
like, get
seven
back
remake.
into League. I'm
7
getting
remake,
back
of
into
course.
League. It's happening. I'm getting back into
I'm gonna change your password so you can't
No.
until you beat
I need
Jedi Fallen.
to play League
No, you don't.
again.
No, you
That's
don't.
true though. We're getting back in league, boys.
I really do.
we grind in the ranks.
I've taken too much of a break. I need to get back into it.
Rise is saying no.
Rise.
No,
No.
no.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's no. All right. Memes?
Memes.
Yeah, so
Let's
get some memes in here.
I got a
End off
bunch.
this.
You have 2 minutes to
unorthodox
finish off the podcast. We're
Ooh.
running out of time. We've been here for too long.
Next week we'll hopefully be back to usual shenanigans on the podcast. Today was a bit of a chill day, back from the break. Some light on the news, light on the stuff. They got NBC Sports on the screen over there.
Yeah, they're talking about their partnership and how they have Sony cameras for them.
How they're sucking off
Cheap.
sports.
Yeah,
That's so.
basically. They were there for like 10
All
minutes.
right.
Wow.
So as you know, World War III is a thing that's been a hot topic lately because we're doing things again in places maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. I'm not. We're not gonna make this political.
We're not gonna get political,
But we has a lot of jokes. There's a lot of jokes that come out of it.
lots
Memes.
of great memes here. I pulled a bunch. I pulled I think 13 out of our group chat on Facebook that are pretty funny. There's probably a few funnier ones, and maybe some of these are a little lacking to a few people's opinion, senses of humor, but we shall see. So I'm just gonna go left to right here, and Wesley, I'll give you all these images.
Alrighty.
So this first one my .3 KDS getting shot in .02 seconds after landing in Iran. Just like the simulation.
Sick.
True.
Haha. Next, some tweet. This guy says, weird how almost no one heard about this Soleimani guy until recently, and now everyone's talking about him. It's like he just blew up overnight.
Oh,
Which
man.
is quite frankly what happened. He
Ter-
got bombed.
Wow.
That's a terrible
Rest in
pun.
peace to him. And I probably said his name wrong, but oh well. That's the best I could do. And then here's a crossover meme with Australia burning on fire. When World War III hits Australia, the fire's shooting at us.
Speaking of the Australia
Good old
fire,
office meme for
Haig
you.
brought to light. There was a girl on Instagram that was Twitter that was selling nudes for donations.
Yes, she raised $750,000, which means over 75,000 people.
It was basically if you donated
Gave her
10 or
money.
more dollars to the Australian fund for like fighting the fire and helping victims and stuff like that, and you sent her and you DM'd her your receipt, she'll send you a nude.
Yep.
And it
worked.
It raised a shit ton of money.
Whatever works.
Exactly.
That's literally what I said. I was like, that's one way to do it.
I
Hey.
wouldn't pay for nudes, but if I did, that's what it would be for. Is if the money's going somewhere good.
Yeah,
Anyways, might as well. And then here we go. We got these two memes go
This
together.
is a good one.
She got a band.
She got banned on Instagram, I think, for
Instagram?
some
Yeah.
reason. Like the same time.
Anyways, COD players in Iran, 360 no scope Rocket League players just in a tank flying in the air.
Exactly.
Oh
And
man.
then with that one, gamers deployed into Iran. COD gamers, 360 no scopes people. Fortnite gamers building ramps. God of War gamers just floating in the air with lightning.
Cheap.
Doing some crazy.
be sick.
horrid
Isn't that from
shit.
Chronicle? I think it is. The movie Chronicle. Good movie.
When you find out priests don't get drafted, you son of a bitch, amen. The normal line there is, you
Jeez.
son of a bitch, I'm in. So that's what makes
Jeez.
this meme really funny. This is probably one of the most popular ones, I think.
Yeah.
Yo,
I love this
this one's hilarious.
When you're laughing at World War III memes and start to wonder why the sun's coming out at 9 p.m.
Yo,
That one's actually hilarious.
I think this actually was made. A meme like this was made before.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
About like a bomb exploding. But yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was a flashbang when you posted
Something
a
like
while
that.
ago.
I love the bomb memes. These are good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a silent death. It's just so funny. It's just like, well,
Forget-
this is
forget.
happening. Bye bye. Japan telling Iran not to start World War III with the U.S. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Give me sick.
Of course.
Farmers insurance.
Nobody drafted kids. Where are we dropping?
Yo,
I'm mad someone made this a map.
where are we dropping?
And they
boys?
even have the battle bus
And
like
the grid and
path.
everything.
Give me sick.
Horrible, man.
Get me so sick.
When you walk into your son's
Yo,
room
this
in
one.
2040 and he's on his PS7 playing Call of Duty World War III.
Yo, when I saw this meme, I thought about it. I was just like, yo, that must have been how some of the grandparents were.
Probably.
Like when the World War II came out.
Yeah.
The World at War?
Well,
Was
when
it?
World War II games came out in general, or World War games came out.
Yeah.
By the way, I would just like to say in 2040, that'd probably be nearing the end. It would be like the mid to end ending of the PS7's generation, assuming about the same length in time.
That's funny.
Yeah.
20 years out
I
from
bet
now.
whoever made this actually
They calculated it pretty well. You could have
20 years,
even said.
Oh, we got two
PS8
more.
or 6. Ninja when he starts getting shot at World War III. He
Yeah.
starts Fortnite building.
Give me sick, man. Forget with his tongue out and everything.
And when does Battlefield 4 take place? 2020. Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Oh God.
Gee, man.
So yeah, those are your World War III memes for this week. There you go.
I'm mad you cut the one with the dude from Friends.
I can get it back up.
That one was really good. That's a good one.
Let me see.
It's towards the end. Or no, it's
Oh,
right
there
there.
it is. There it is.
When you start World War III with the U.S., but only one plane shows up. Only one plane shows up.
Basically, what that's implying is that it's gonna drop a bomb. It's gonna drop a nuke on you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Only one plane shows up. I hate how it's the same thing twice.
I know.
It's bolded in the second part.
Yo, gee, man.
But
Yeah, that's
there
funny.
you go.
All right. Let me-
Make sure you send those to Wesley.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Don't close
he's
these
definitely
out.
going there.
Let me just make sure.
Wanna do that.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, all right. Thanks for watching the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Send us out, Wes.
This is a little bit of a weird one, but we're
finish you
gonna
off.
jump right back into it. Enjoy the new year,
I'm about to finish you guys off.
Wait a minute.
as always.
All right, thanks for watching
Yeah, all right.
this episode of the Market Podcast. Thanks everyone for watching. Remember to give us a like on the video if you enjoyed yourself and comment. We want to hear y'all's opinions on today's topics. Subscribe if you want to hear more, and don't forget, if some of you bows are sitting there wishing you could listen to the podcast if you're doing homework or whatever y'all get into, look no further. We're on a number of podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, etc. All links are down in the description below. Same goes for you audio listeners. If you saw or heard anything from the podcast that you wanted to see during the episode, head over to the YouTube at Black Market Gaming. Show your boys some love, man. Are we out of here?
Sony has a car on the stage.
Get me out.
Why do they have a car on the stage? And why is it not the Cybertruck?
Oval sensing. What
Gee.
the hell is this? I don't know what kind of car that is.
Ooh, that's Sony?
Sony making cars?
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
We're moving on.
See-
See you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.